Hey guys, Josh here, also known as MightyPredaking, and today we're going to take a look at the Fall of Cybertron Jazz figure. I'm going to get into whether you should buy this figure if you're on a budget and the transformation, but I did want to mention something here at the very beginning. I do have a new camera. Well, it's not actually a new camera, it's a new phone, and I got a tripod for it, but hopefully the quality is a little bit better and you don't have that annoying dishwasher noise that my old camera always seemed to make. I just every time that I would as soon as I upload something, I watch it. I'm like, how does it sound? Is there a whole lot of background noise? Because if there are, or if there is, I'll just take it down and I'll just try to redo it. But there's always that annoying noise with that, that old camera. So hopefully this will clean that up and I can start putting out a little bit better reviews. Or as far as the camera work goes, not me personally, but let's go ahead and get a little couple size comparisons, and then we will do whether you should buy this figure and the transformation. So here's a little side look at this guy, and you can put this gun on at the top like I have it, or you can put it in these little side ports. It's the same on the other side, which is kind of cool, but I like it here at the top. He does have these cool little thrusters here in the back, which I like that. The only thing that I think is a little discouraging is the hands that you can see back here. I wish they would have put like some extra panel here, and where you could flip it over when he's in robot mode, and then flip it back over to where you didn't really see these hands. It's just a little bit silly. It seemed like they would have worked a little bit harder with that, but it seems like more and more Transformers we're getting, it's they just have the hands hanging out. I think Dreadwing is the same way from that Prime figure. Couple size comparisons. Here is Dead End from the Prime line. As far as length goes, you can see that Dead End's a little bit longer than him, and which is also the Wheeljack mold. Like I've said, I think a couple of times, I'm gonna sell my Prime line, but if there's one figure I keep, it'll probably be this guy. Just all around nice looking vehicle and robot. And look at the bottom of it even. I mean, you could not tell that was a robot. I mean, unless you were a mechanic, that's not what a bottom of a car looks like. But most of us aren't mechanics. We can obviously tell that there's two green giant swords on the bottom, and that's probably not common on most cars. But for the most part, it doesn't look like a robot anywhere. To where this one, two big hands in the back. Here's also one more size comparison is the G2 Sideswipe. So they put the gun up top. That's why I grabbed this guy. So I thought it was a nice little homage to maybe to him. Maybe it's not at all, and they just figured they would put a port up there and it looked nice. So anyways, let's get into the transformation. Take his gun off. And first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just pull these out. Don't worry about having to loosen it up or anything like that. There's a hole right here and a peg here, so you just pull it straight out. Then you'll flip those all the way around there. You can pull the legs all the way down. Go ahead and flip the feet if you'd like. Then you can start pulling this up and rotating this back. Now there are, I don't know how well this will show up, but you see that little hole right there where my fingernail is that I guess I need to clip, especially since I'm going to be eating wings today and I don't want them getting under my fingernails. But there's also a little groove in each side here. That's going to just fit on those guys. So once we pull this up, you can start fitting it on that groove. So I don't know how well you can see that in there, but that's pretty much what I did. And then to make it to where the head will come all the way back, you can see that there's a hole there, there's a little peg there, and as always, you're going to slide this down and peg it into his butt. So there we go. There he is, pretty much almost done. You're going to come back with the arms, and then there's a little peg right in there. You're going to kind of move that forward, unpeg that, twist that around, and that arm's going to come back, and then you're going to unpeg right there. And then you got your bend and open the hand. There's that hand. So I'm going to do this one probably a little bit more quicker, just to save on time because it's the exact same thing. And there you go. There's Jazz looking looking okay at best, I guess you could say. I definitely, my opinion, you know, for you guys that are on a budget, you only get to buy, you know, a limited amount of figures whenever they come out. Is this one of the ones that you need to target and say, I gotta have this figure because he's probably on shelves right now? And if you missed out on him and you like the mold, Wave 3 is going to be coming out with Sideswipe, which is going to be the exact same mold, probably just change up the head. I'm pretty sure they'll give us the same gun as well. You know, you can pick them up, but now they are $15, $16. I picked these guys up originally, you know, probably a couple of months ago or something like that, when they were around $12, $11. Now they're jacked up pretty much across the board at 15, almost 16 bucks, which is getting a little bit crazy considering that they're shrinking in size, prices going up, and you still got a better quality product, you know, from, you know, your master. I mean, you can only have to, for the price of 3 of these figures, you can almost buy yourself a masterpiece figure in stores. So that's the way I kind of look at it, and I'd rather have one of those. But should you buy this? My opinion, no. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's that great of a figure, to be quite honest. I wish they would have done a little bit more. As you can see, his head just kind of hovers in there. I wish they could have done a little bit more with that. Like I said, the hands hanging back with, you know, in his car mode, which will not be fixed on the Sideswipe figure, I can almost promise you. You know, I would love it if there was some way that the wings would stay back. I mean, I guess you could kind of do it like this, to where it was kind of old school G1 Jazz where the wings were back and the arms, but, you know, then the arms like way back here. All you have is elbow articulation, which kind of looks a little goofy, but so you kind of almost have to do it. So I wish they would have just paid a little bit more attention to the way the G1 was and gave us a little bit of that, you know, that homage. But that's my opinion on this guy. So I will do a quick transformation back. I sit there and ranted about this thing for a long time. Going to just peg these back into place right there and make sure those are flush. They might pop out on you a couple times. They are a little tough to get in there sometimes. Go ahead and flip the hands forward, rotate that, flip that. Going to bend this back and then twist this back around. And that little peg right there, it'll get into that bottom hole there. Or I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. But I did read the directions and it said that these things were made to where if they do pop out, then they can pop right back in so that you won't break them. So that is a plus. So we got those done there. We can just set those to the side or even put them back here if we want. We're going to unpeg from his butt. Go ahead and pull that down, unpeg all that. These legs, go ahead and bend those in place, bend the feet forward. Hopefully that was on camera. And I'll go ahead and peg them together. Then I'm going to collapse his legs, which will kind of pull everything else into place. There we go. And then you can just bring these right around and they'll peg in there. So there's a little peg there, a little hole there. Bam, there you go. So he doesn't roll good on this surface, but it's glass, so that's why. But he will roll. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think as far as the camera goes. And I will try to get, I guess, more and more videos. Try to do at least maybe 2 a week with some good stuff. And hopefully I can do, you know, as soon as enough people tell me that, yes, this is the camera to be using and not that other one that is a piece of junk, I will do the Thundercracker video as soon as I can. So thanks for watching, guys.